Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of A Touch More after another big week in women's sports. And we have such a great show for you today. And it's going to be all about Alex Morgan. We have an interview with Alex Morgan. It's so special. What'd you think of it?
I loved it so much. This was really her first in-depth interview after the announcement of her retirement from her incredible career, but also the next phase in her and Servando and Charlie's life, which is adding another child. What do they say? Growing family?
Yeah.
I feel like people always have special words for the way that they say another baby's coming.
A baby's in the belly.
A baby's in the belly,
As
a bun's in
Charlie
the
would
oven. It was very meaningful, I think, to me personally, obviously, just having played with Alex for so long. I feel like my whole career is intertwined with hers on and off the field. And it was just really special that she allowed us to share that space with her. Support for A Touch More comes from L'Oreal Paris. You'll be hearing more about them throughout the episode, but for now, a heartfelt thank you, and we'll leave you with their immortal tagline, because you're worth it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this conversation. I know everybody else will. But before we get to it, we're going to do a little bit of a check-in. Just check in with all the things that are happening in women's sports in the WNBA and the NWSL. It's been a record-breaking season, but it's been a record-breaking week.
Yeah.
In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has now officially set the rookie scoring record. People are talking about just how impressive she's been facilitating and passing, but obviously her scoring is such a big part of her game. So there's really no surprise. She's got currently 761 points in 39 games. She broke Simone Augustus's record.
Money Moan.
Yeah, Money Moan's going to be in the Hall of Fame. She'll get inducted in October. Moan had the record at 744. She did that in 2006. She did that in 34 games. So there's a lot of conversation about the amount of games and the amount of shots. But at the end of the day, the WNBA is changing. We've talked about this already.
Yeah.
Records are being broken.
But did Caitlin get to 744 in 34 or less games or not?
No. She just broke it.
She just broke
in her
it.
39th game.
Okay.
Maybe, in her 30.
Keep Money
she had
Moan in the
35.
asterisks.
Yeah. No, that will be the conversation.
Incredible for Caitlin.
Yeah, but you know where I've landed with this? It's not about trying to take away from the celebration of players breaking records. We've already discussed this. The WNBA, as it continues to add games to its schedule, maybe next year it's 44. All of these records are just going to constantly get broken.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the context and not tearing down those that came before. It's wonderful Caitlin broke Simone's record. It doesn't mean Simone had a bad rookie year.
Right.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's
I
the
think
layering
that's the conversation that
instead
ends up
of
happening.
the erasing.
I thought that player was supposed to be good. The record's already broken. No, that's not.
Right.
I don't think that's the right framing. But either way, congratulations to Caitlin.
Shout out to CC.
Asia Wilson broke the single season scoring record, but she also eclipsed 1,000 points in a season. I mean, she's at a place where she's just setting the bar over and over. Same conversation around records being broken, but just now setting the bar. That's actually what players today in the 40-game season, what they'll do as games increase, they're just setting these new bars and new standards. But it was really her speech after the locker room that got us talking. For those that haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. She's essentially thanking her teammates, giving her guards a shout for getting her the ball. But then has a really powerful moment where she talks about every now and then, and I quote, "I hate being Asia Wilson." But then coming into that locker room and seeing the faces of those she gets to work with, allows her to be the best version of herself. I thought it was intense and just so powerful to admit that, own it, and share it.
Yeah, I get that. I hate being me sometimes too.
Same.
Sometimes I feel like inside the locker room, and you can tell they have a very close-knit, vibey, fun, but intimate, special locker room. You can just tell that. And as an athlete, that is maybe the safest place that you are, because you're just
to be vulnerable.
You're not Megan Rapinoe or Sue Bird in the locker room. You're whatever your nickname is. You're all the jokes. You're all of the nuance. You're just there to just do your job. And then you got to go out and do media and all the things. And there's good things about it and there's bad things about it. But sometimes you just want to be the one person fully integrated. And like, I feel like that's what inside the locker room is. And you could tell, like, she was so thankful and appreciative to all of her teammates and just the way that she spoke about them. But you could tell it's like when she steps inside that locker room, she's just her, and she's comfortable, and she's at home, and it's relaxed, and like, it just is what it is. I mean, I cried.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just like crying all the time. It's just, I am on my period, but I don't even know if that's a real thing. Is that just something that we were told that like when you're in period emotional? I don't know. But because I cry all the time anyways, but I did shed some tears. Shout out Asia. I hate me too. I hate it sometimes, but I also love it.
Yeah. No, yeah, that resonates. Everything you said. It's definitely, yeah, we can actually probably get back into this on a deeper level another time, but it was what she said, I think a lot of athletes feel. So it was really powerful.
Yeah.
Another record that's being set, according to ESPN, this WNBA season is the most viewed regular season, up 170. That is 170% from 2023. Obviously, Caitlin, Angel, a lot of the rookies have played a role in that, but it is amazing to see the league grow and now to get to this point. And we also have some records being broken in the NWSL.
I know. Ashley Sanchez, shout out, Sanchita, has now scored a goal against every team in the league. It's one of those sneaky stats.
Yeah, it's like interesting to think about
it's one of those sneaky stats or sneaky little things that is like a weird, like, explanation or example of just how good a player is. Sometimes like
style doesn't impact her.
Yeah, it's just like that's just who she is. She just like creates, she scores goals, she gets into dangerous positions, she like breaks her teammates out, whether it's like a key pass or an actual assist. It's like when I saw that, I was like, I didn't know that. And also that makes so much sense for the type of player that she is. Like, it's just, she's just a baller. Like, that's just like a footy player. And yeah, shout out Sanchita. Love you. And so happy for you. Keep scoring goals. Maybe you'll play in Seattle one day. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think that's called tampering.
No, it's not.
You're
I'm
technically
just a
like
fan.
a free. Okay. My bad.
I'm just a fan.
True. Mm-hmm. For now.
Also, Alex Morgan's last game, 26,000 people showed up to Snapdragon Stadium on short notice. That's just like such a testament to who she is, her legacy, her impact, all of that. We have an incredible interview. I'm so excited. We're really happy to bring you this, obviously coming off the back of her just retiring and all her announcements. It's really, I think, for me, and I think you feel the same, a great example of like what we really want to do in the show and like how we want to provide space and a deeper look for athletes to tell their own stories and to tell the stories that are happening in our women's sports. So without any further ado, let's get to the interview. Alex Morgan, everybody.
Support for A Touch More comes from L'Oreal Paris. Let's talk a little bit about inspiration. While it's everywhere, some moments and people really stay with you. Do you remember a specific moment that inspired you, Megan?
I think my specific moment is going to the 99 World Cup and seeing the gals dominate. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a real thing. This could be me. This could happen.
See it, be it.
Yeah, exactly.
That moment of inspiration is different for every woman. And what happens after that inspiration? That's your journey. L'Oreal Paris wants to help women embrace that spark and discover where it leads. Their beauty essentials combine innovative products with feminine mindset, all topped off with an elegant French touch that can help women everywhere embrace their self-worth and take on the world. That's L'Oreal Paris, because you're worth it. Learn more at l'orealparis.com.
There has been so many incredible moments in my career, but this last moment I share on the field with you, I will cherish forever. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Morgan.
I'm just going to read a quick little bio. I'm honestly not going to get to all of it. Otherwise, that would be the whole podcast, and it's going to be too long. But just quickly, 2-time World Cup champion, 3-time Olympian, Olympic gold medalist. We have a bronze too. We're not going to talk about it a lot. Ranks in the top 10 of U.S. WNT history for goals, assists, and multiple goal games. Twice named U.S. Soccer Female Athlete of the Year, 4-time CONCACAF Player of the Year, 2013 NWSL champion with Portland, 2022 NWSL Golden Boot winner. She holds the record for the U.S. WNT for most goals scored by a mother. She has 223 caps for the U.S., 123 goals. Everybody, Alex Morgan, welcome to A Touch More.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for being. Thank you so much for being here. This is incredible. How are you feeling physically? I mean, all this has been going on, and you're pregnant. How are you, girl?
Yeah. Well, I don't know your future, but I was going to say, just wait. It's been interesting. I think just like going through it for so many weeks without anyone knowing and feeling like I was doing it alone, and then showing up at training, having this like pounding migraine, so tired. And then just like I walk in the door and I'm like, hey, how's everyone doing? And then I go home and I'm like, oh, I need my bed right now. It's good. I'm getting out of the first trimester soon, so symptoms hopefully will subside soon. So physically I'm good. I haven't worked out since I played in the game.
Love that.
That feels weird.
Love that for you. It's really weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. It does take some getting used to. We'll tap into retirement life in a second. But that might be the hardest part. You've just touched on the ways in which athletes compartmentalize, right? Like you had to put what you were going through in your personal life somewhere inside of you while you showed up for practice every day. I can only imagine the moment where you went to social media to announce your retirement. There must have been a lot of emotion, a lot of conversation. So what was the days leading to that moment like for you?
I think the days leading into announcing my retirement was filled with just calling all of my family. I felt like it was the right decision to make sure that all of my family and really close friends knew what was about to go down publicly. So I felt like it was only right to let them know beforehand, and then just kind of filming the video the day before and posting it. I was kind of like, I don't think I want to even go on social media after I post it. I don't know how the reaction is going to be. It's going to be overwhelming. And I was just flooded with so many texts and just pieces of support. And it was honestly a really overwhelming day, because it was like the first time in many weeks that I wasn't like alone in this journey anymore.
Right. So for us, I know I opened my social media like, oh, you might have even said something like, hey, one of us said something to the other like, this happened. Alex is retiring. I was like, so what? for the viewer, for the spectator, it felt like it happened very quickly. But I imagine for you, so how many days, how many weeks, like what was the lead up to the moment? Like what are we looking at? For us, it was quick, but I imagine for you it was a little less quick.
Well, so, I mean, the lead up started at the beginning of this year when I had a long conversation with Servando. There may have been some wine involved, but it was
a nice red.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. And at that moment, I realized that, regardless of how this year went, like this would be my last year. And, talked through everything, when I would want to announce what the rest of the season looks like, when we would want to grow our family. Fast forward to this summer, things didn't go how I wanted in terms of the Olympics. It was a little bit crazy. I kind of just stopped like being so crazy and such like a, I don't know, P and Sue, like the idea as an athlete that you have to do every little thing right, and you have to like literally be thinking of it from sunup to sundown. So when that decision came late January about not making the Olympics, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy my summer and I'm going to stop stressing. And little did I know.
Maybe you should have been stressing a little more.
I know, that's code word for something now.
Exactly. Yeah. So then, this summer it kind of all hit me, and we found out that we were pregnant, and it was amazing. But also it was like, okay, how are we navigating this? Like, how am I going to tell my agent, Dan? Like, how am I going to tell my family? Like, when am I going to tell my parents? Like, I was kind of like, okay, let's just pretend it didn't happen right now for the next couple of weeks. We're just going to go on as status quo. And then eventually I was like, okay, time's catching up with me. Like, I feel a little slow. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to play that much longer. So I think at that point, probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks before I announced, I started talking with my agent and my team, like, how are we going to do this? While also making sure the baby was healthy. Like, I wanted to make sure I went to the doctor's appointment and like the baby looked good and was tracking well. And, as I was going through my first trimester, like, the risk goes down in terms of, miscarriage or any complications. So I think it was just managing all of that in real time, which is kind of scary and just a lot of emotions.
Honestly, just like hearing you talk, it's like we've gone through retirements and like planning retirements and doing all that. And then hearing you talk about having to like go through the pregnancy on top of it, I'm like, oh my God, it's just
Well, it sounds
incredible.
like you were simultaneously telling, the people in your life some amazing news, but it had to be accompanied by some sadder news. Retiring has a lot of emotions to it. One of them is like you're letting go of a journey and identity, all these things. So what a unique experience to have to do both at the same time.
Oh, totally. Okay, I want to go into like the actual day. We've had, these days, whether it's your last something. Do you remember Mitzi in 2012 doing a last everything? Of like my last day, my last time eating these
My last
eggs.
dinner, my last meeting,
Putting
my
on my
God.
cleats for the last time.
Oh my God. Shout out Heather Mitch. She did a last of goddamn everything. We were like, Mitzi, we get it. It's your last. Okay. So take us down to this final day. Like you're walking into the tunnel with Charlie, like all these last little moments. Like what was special about that day? And also like, how was it and how overwhelming was it?
Yeah, my last was really quick, considering I just let everyone know. And, the week before when we had played in the game with San Diego, I knew that was really my last, like, full game. No one else knew that, so I feel like that was hard to kind of, like, grapple with as I was, getting subbed out in whatever, the 70th minute or something. My like parents and Servanda knew, but it was really weird going through that sort of experience alone. And so after announcing, I definitely felt like, yeah, this is my last training. This is my last like time walking into the stadium doing like a real true fit check. And walking out, I think it was really just enjoying the small moments that I actually don't enjoy otherwise. Like I don't really enjoy warming up. I want to get the game started. Like I don't enjoy the activation in the locker room beforehand. Like all of these little things, like I'm just like, I just want to play, like get me out in the field. So I think just taking a step back and enjoying all those little moments were really nice. And having Charlie, my daughter, be able to like walk out with me. She was on the sidelines during warm up and she was like, when can I walk out with you? What's going on? And I'm like, let me warm up.
When is it about
for
me?
my 13 minutes? So it was really special. I think all of those. And I think what was so interesting, it was like, we didn't really know how the day was going to go in terms of like how many people were going to show up and like how big it was going to be. I think we had only found out the day before in the afternoon. The broadcasting schedule would be changed and it would be broadcasted on different platforms. And we, I think, had maybe 10,000 initially planning to go to the game because the week before they were selling it really big. So then to get it to 26,000, and then they were like, would you like to speak after the game and address the crowd? So I feel like it just all came together really quickly. It was, I feel like I'm still kind of coming down from it because it was like 6 months put into like 3 days, and I'm still like just understanding everything that happened.
It really was beautiful. We were sitting on our couch watching it. Krieger was over, and we just went so far down memory lane. It was so great, just like reminiscing about all the beautiful moments. It was like so amazing to be able to see you have that moment. Thanks for the nod for missing the penalty on the last game. Shit just I'm just like, we must have done so much good shit in our career that these final moments that just couldn't be perfect.
Yeah, no, I think especially in that moment, I was just like, yeah, making the penalty would be sweet, but like missing it doesn't take away from this day, and it's actually so fitting. So like it's already written. Like I'm just playing it out, but it's already written.
Yeah. Your smile said it all. I just like felt that moment. Obviously, I missed a penalty in the World Cup and, you know, had a terrible injury at the end of my career. But I feel like the smile was just like, I've already done it. Like, this is just what it is. Wanted to bring it up because I was just like, I just thought it was funny. I think some of those like dark humor moments.
I didn't have great moments at the end of my career either.
Yeah.
We lost in the playoffs. I think my actual final play was a turnover. Like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like this is what
to the other team.
Yeah, exactly.
The person whose ball or like whose hands you would absolutely want the ball in turns it over on her very last touch.
I probably started with a turnover, so maybe it's only fitting.
And it's like, this is why we're retiring. No.
Yeah. Like, exactly.
But to your point, it does not change a thing. Both the impact you've had on the field, off the field, after the game. You stayed for an hour or so, signing autographs, talking to fans, just giving that energy back to them that they brought to you, really your whole career, but definitely that day. There's an amazing video of Maria Sanchez, who's now a teammate, right? And it's her as a little kid trying to get a picture with you.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
And now she's playing with you. That's amazing. So what is it like to see your impact come full circle in that way? Like, it's very rare to actually feel that.
Yeah, and I was like feeling and digesting and processing it all in real time. I didn't know like how the announcement was going to go over and how people would take it. Most importantly, I wanted people to understand that like regardless of the pregnancy, like my time has come to an end, and that like I'm not going to be finished in soccer. I'm going to keep advocating for women's sports and women. And I think just like what I got in return was really incredible. It was super unexpected. And the fact that so many people just telling their stories about interactions with me or how I impacted their playing careers or their lives or whatever it may be. It was really touching to see all of that. That was something that was very unexpected.
We talked about it obviously on our on the pod before, right when it came out, and I mean, the tears jumped up into my throat so quick. I just I was like, oh my God, I cannot speak. But I feel like your impact, like you impacted the people in your generation. You impacted, like, of course, fans in the next generation. I see the way you are with like Naomi and the younger players and like that legacy. But to have it be like the people you played with, your contemporaries, your peers, fans and everybody alike, and also this like whole next generation of players
and also people you didn't play with or against.
And also people you didn't
people
play
in
with.
other sports, other athletes.
It's just
want to
like
add that on too.
Immense, and it was so amazing. I feel everyone who, you know, I talked to about it was just like, you know, this is like incredible. This is one of the greatest American athletes, the greatest global athletes of all time. And so, of course, this begs the question, like, what now? No, I'm just kidding. You know how it's like Simone said it at the Olympics where it's like, what now? It's like, stop asking people. The only thing I want to know what now is, do you have a vacation planned yet?
Ooh, my December is pretty packed.
Yeah. I'd imagine you're busy.
But other than that, I mean, it's kind of weird. Like I have different people being like, are you going to do a baby moon? And then are you going to do a retirement thing? And I'm like, well, yeah, but you know, I'm not going to be drinking, and I'm
totally
not gonna, you know,
we're going to have to push it.
I will be celebrating for sure, but I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's not going to be champagne showers, you know.
We're going to have to
until
maybe
like April.
We're going to have to push the proper
More time to plan.
celebrations.
More time to plan.
More time to plan.
Make it epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point of your legacy. Sue and I have gotten this question. It is always a funny question. People are like, "What's your legacy?" We're like, "I don't know. How do you even answer that for yourself?" And Sue always says, like, I guess if you're getting asked this question, it means you have a legacy, which you have an immense one. But I want to ask it in a little bit different way. I want you to talk about or just name some of the things that you're most proud of throughout your career, on, off the field, wherever it may be. You've been incredible in both. So what are some of the things that you're most proud of your career?
One thing that definitely stands out is our equal pay fight, and being able to finally achieve that. It was 6 years of so many hours of our life we cannot get back.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, in that way, I think like that I'm very proud of like the work that me, you, all of us put in, and actually we're able to see the result at the end, and not in a way that we're necessarily going to benefit from, but that's just like irreversible. And to be able to see just the impact that it will continue to have, not only on the U.S. women's national team, but other teams around the world, other women's sports leagues, who, saw the fight and what we endured and how much effort we put into it. So that's definitely one thing. I think just being a mom and coming back and playing at the highest level, competing in a World Cup and an Olympics, that's really special. And while doing that, advocating for more support for moms in the game and in women's sports. You just look back to some of the athletes on our team, Chris Rampone, and even, Joy Fawcett. I didn't play with her, but she was kind of the OG of the moms, and just seeing how they were able to do it, and imagining what now moms like can achieve with all the support and help and resources now. I am really proud of kind of my advocacy in that. And then I think just like the World Cups and the Olympics, like winning championships, winning time and time again. I am extremely proud of that. And we had good times and we celebrated those big and we earned those and we dominated. And so you can't forget those, because that's why we decided to play when we were a kid.
Yeah, I totally agree that a great way to answer the question about legacy is naming the things, and both of you can name these, that aren't even going to directly impact you. Right? That really is like a true definition of legacy, because it goes on forever. And you already brought up equal pay. Obviously that fight, and Servando and I can also not get our time back during that moment.
You can't.
You guys were on Zooms. Y'all were gone. Y'all were gone doing your thing.
We
but
really were.
You bring up equal pay. It is part of, this question's actually for both of you. It is part of your legacies. Can you talk about, particularly in 2019 at the World Cup, can you talk about what it's like when you have to take the field and you're playing in a game in a major competition, and you are simultaneously going against whatever opponent is across from you, but also the opponents like at large that want to see you fail and almost tie your performance, in this case, to equal pay. They tie your performance to equal pay, as if to say, if you were to play poorly or lose, that means equal pay shouldn't happen, doesn't count. Can you talk about that pressure? Because to me, that's a different type of pressure than just trying to win a World Cup.
Well, yeah, I mean, how weird is it to literally be, in a legal battle with your employer? Like, that's
Bizarre.
It just doesn't, it's bizarre. And then it's like, they're also kind of wanting you to win, but then they probably aren't going to be that mad if you don't win, because that helps their case. So we had like a statement to make for sure. Like, it was like, well, we have to win. Like, there's no other option. And I think just the fact that we stepped up and we're like, I don't know, P, you can attest to this, but I feel like the fact that we like came together almost like in spite of them, like, wow, you're going to fight us on every little thing. You're going to like lobby against us in terms of, just not acknowledging what we've been able to accomplish in the history of the national team. Like, that sort of fight, and I don't want to like compare that to like Canada, but in a way, this Olympics, Canada like had to come together because of this whole like drone scandal and whatever, and like that wasn't the players, like that was their federation that effed up, and so the players felt like they had to come together. So I felt like for us, we were just like, there's no other option. Like we have to dominate, like from start to finish. We have to show everyone that we're the best. And that still shouldn't be the reason that we get equal pay at the end. But yeah, it's going to help our case.
Oh, I think the thing too is like, of course we're competitive. Of course we're great players. We're a great team. We want to win just because we want to win. We want to work hard, all the things. We are also petty as fuck. And I'm like, I feel like I took it personal. You know, the sort of like Michael Jordan meme. I feel like all of us took it so personal and we're like, okay, I'm going to see you before the game in the lobby when we're walking out to get on the bus. And you're going to be like, good luck. And I'm going to be like, don't need it. Got my girls. Don't need it. Cheer if you want or not. Whatever. But I feel like our team just had this like, there's just something so powerful, I feel like, about a group of like intelligent, strong, competitive, self-actualized women that were just like, okay, we see y'all doing what you're doing, literally spending money to not pay us in lobbying. I was like,
ridiculous.
you can't
make
this
that
shit.
up.
Don't even get us into mediation and all the other crazy shit we went through. But it's just like, you can't even make that up. And it did. It like coalesced us in a way and brought us together that was like, first of all, we all understood that like we absolutely have to win. There is no other option. Like, sorry, you guys, like there's just no slipping up. We have to win. But also we're like, okay, well, if we're here, we might as well do it in style and like do it in the best way possible.
Totally. And we took it personal because we did put so many hours into it. Like we literally, we all had, of course, soccer, but then our personal sponsorships and everything. And now on top of that, we're adding on at least 10 hours a week of, talking with the lawyers, group text threads, group calls, last minute, late night calls. Oh, let's go to mediation in Philly or New York or whatever it is. Drop what you're doing. It's like, yeah, we took it personal.
Oh, I took it personal. I'm petty.
Yeah, I know that.
You know I'm petty. So I was like,
No,
you guys got it done. I'm not even joking when I say this on behalf of all women, literally, not just athletes. Thank you guys. All the hours paid off. It's a big reason why a lot of us can fight our fights because we get to point to you. And it is a huge part of your legacy, Alex. You already mentioned motherhood being another part of that. You mentioned people that came before you, helped set a tone and understanding of what it is to do both. What is, in your opinion, the hardest part about juggling motherhood and being a professional athlete?
I feel like can I add one thing?
Sure.
Not just like a professional athlete, you're like a global superstar. Like there's no one that's like, as big as you, like you have so many responsibilities. So like balancing those two things, I want to hear about all that.
Yeah, I think it's like, as a professional athlete, like it's hard. Like you're being judged on what you do on the field, like every day already. And then adding, having to take care of a child and making that your priority and then juggling those two, it's like you don't want to be like, oh, this is hard. Like, look at me, feel bad for me, so you just like every mom athlete just gets their shit together and does it. It's like, yeah, this is hard. And yeah, I may have slept like 4 hours last night, or I may have gotten 8 hours, but woken up 3 times and this and that. But you just like wake up and you put on your game face and like you do it. There's no other option of like, feel bad for me. Like, no, this is the life that I chose. Yes, it's hard, but I'm proud of it and it's worth it in the end. So I just have so much respect for all the moms in women's sports, and the ones like before me that had way less support than I did. I remember talking to Sid and A-Rod, Amy Rodriguez, about bringing their kids around in the NWSL, and they're talking about, oh yeah, and we're, I'm going to travel with my child and then find a babysitter in that city and this and that. And I'm like, to find a sitter that you've never met, bring them into the environment. Also, you're traveling like probably on Southwest or like, I don't know, in a middle seat for sure with like a child. You know, for me, when I came into, when I became a mom with Charlie, I do remember this one specific scenario. I was with San Diego. Charlie was like over a year and a half. She was close to 2. And I had one ticket for me and Charlie. And I was like, you're telling me that you're expecting me to fly 5 hours across the country with my daughter who's whatever, 30 pounds on my lap, and then I'm expected to get off and go perform just as well as every other player. I was like, no chance. I was like, FAA says kids can be lap children until you're 2. Well, that's not what NWSL says. We make our own rules. Like, we need a seat for my child. So I think that was one thing like we push, and we actually got that in the new CBA, that it's only like a child up to 1 year is like a lap child. And then after that, they get their own seat. But those are like the little things that if you don't live through it, you're like, you don't know what to expect. And so I felt like that's where I was kind of leaning my expertise with this new CBA. But yeah, momming it's tough shit. And
it's a whole thing.
It's hard. And just, to see like Sid and A-Rod doing that and figuring it out on the fly, like week in and week out. Respect.
As someone who doesn't have kids, I always loved when my teammate or my teammates had them. It was always such a special experience for me.
And we love you.
Yeah, we do
for that.
We're saving your lap.
These are the Newtown babysitters right here. These guys.
Yeah, literally. It's so awesome. But at the same time, I can sit here and look back on my career, obviously, childish cat lady over here, and be like, oh, that actually would have been so special to be able to share these moments with your child, albeit, Charlie's so young. What are kids at that age going to remember what they're not? But something tells me they're going to take something away from that experience. So I just want to say it had to have been amazing to also have your daughter around, even with all the hardships. That is motherhood. Let's be honest. Motherhood is juggling that. But it must be also special that she gets to experience that with you.
So special, so incredible. I mean, even though she is very young, just to have those memories and those photos and those experiences for me, and to be able to draw on those, like I said in my retirement speech, she like wants to be a professional soccer player. She has no idea what that means. No. But she sees all of my teammates who absolutely adore her and love hanging out with her on the road, and take her on the flights and on the bus and sit next to her and, entertain her with all these things and give me a break. It's amazing. And I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. And I almost feel bad for Servando, my husband, because all he wanted to do was to be able to walk out with his daughter, his kid, in a game. And he didn't quite get that experience that I was able to get. But, he got a few months with her, but she wasn't walking at that point. But it's really special. It's something that, you can't really describe.
Yeah. As is with so many women, I feel like in our generation across like multiple sports, so much of what is available now just wasn't available. You had to like do it all yourself or figure it out, or have Sid and A-Rod be like, oh, actually, when you fly, you need this, 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 and this. And to like see the way that you obviously like did that and had to like grind through that, but then also used your platform, your name, your influence, all of that to like codify it, to like make it better. Like I know I saw you talking to Kate Markgraf about what needs to happen for national team parents and like how we can make it better. Like I know you're so influential in so many of those ways. I think as is with like everything that you've touched, it's like better because you got your hands on it and it was like better after you, not just in soccer. We saw in your retirement video, there was comments and congratulations from like Trinity Rodman, obviously, Caitlin Clark, Simone Biles, Naomi, so many of us. Just like, thanks for elevating women's sports. What does it mean to you to have the impact beyond soccer? Honestly, far beyond sports, but like just into the general world of women's sports.
Yeah, I think everything that I've fought for, obviously I've looked at my own experience and how I can make women's soccer better and how I can like elevate the game. But I think that it has definitely crossed over lines of soccer. And that's amazing because as much as I've wanted to make NWSL the best league in the world, I've wanted to make the U.S. Women's National Team, I wanted to help the team dominate. I've wanted to, really have player safety at the forefront of everything within women's sports. Just the fact that it has transcended to other sports and globally is incredible. I mean, I can't take all the credit, but I played a part in it, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, you've mentioned in some of your retirement speeches, obviously with all your investments, which we're definitely going to get to, you've talked about this being investing in women's sports, growing it, making it better. This is kind of like your calling. This is not just your passion, it's actually your calling. Is there a moment you can think back to, or a period of time where that hit for you, where you're like, oh, this is it. This is what I'm meant to be doing?
Well, one moment, definitely. I actually did my very first pitch for Together. I mean, there was no name for it at the time, and there was just an idea. And women's sports was just, it wasn't streamed enough. It wasn't elevated enough. There wasn't enough stories about women's sports. Every time I was a part of any series or anything, I was just like the only female, because it was like, oh, let's have, LeBron and Kobe and all these guys, and let's throw in a female.
Yeah, check the box.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, why is that always the case? Why are the producers and everything like, why did all these male professional athletes get all these EP credits and everything like that? So I think when I made the pitch for Together, when I got the funding for that was like a pivotal moment. That was like, okay, like I feel respected, like in the boardroom, I can step in and be something more than just a soccer player on the field. And, I'm intelligent enough to be able to come in here, speak what I want to do, and speak what I want, like, to be able to say, and for people to get across that and to respect that. So I think that was like definitely a pivotal moment. But me and Serrano both got into like investing over the last couple of years. And so we've started to build up our personal portfolio and investing just in women's sports and in general, like, has been really interesting to us. And we want to continue to get into that, not only in the US, but abroad as well. And so we're just looking at deals all of the time. But I think that over the last 2 years, when I started to finish on the soccer field, like finish with training, all the girls would be like, oh, what are you doing after training? Like, do you want to go get coffee? And I'm like, no, I have about 3 Zoom calls and I'm going to go to the office and this and that. They're like, what? You have an office? You're doing like, you have multiple calls? They're like, who does that? And I'm like, yeah, like I do that. I'm trying to set myself up for after soccer, and this is what's interesting to me, and I want to like learn and find something new that's interesting. So I think that was where I was like, yeah, this is for sure my calling.
It reminds me of something that Candace Parker said. I don't know if it was at her retirement. Maybe she has said this multiple times, but she's not a business woman. She's a business woman. And it's
from a Jay-Z song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Tough for me. Damn it.
Tough admission.
God damn it.
Public admission.
This always happens to me.
Wow.
Okay. Anyways, well, Candace Parker riffed on it.
Candace Parker did
Yeah,
it.
Candace Parker did it.
She made it better. I feel like I've always seen that in you. I said this when we talked about you last week in your retirement, is just that for so long on our team, honestly, like basically up until I would say like 17, 18, 19, like you were just like by far our biggest star. Like none of us could like break in. The team was like popular, even though we'd won the World Cup, but like you like carried us commercially. Did you always think of yourself as like, okay, I'm a business? Or was that like later in your career? Obviously, we're going to get into all the stuff that you're starting. You just talked about a little bit through your investing, but did you always think about yourself like that? Or was it a little bit later? Or just took time?
Well, I feel like there was a moment that changed, right? You know, you have these sponsorships and they're always like cash for services. And there was a moment that I just like thought about it and I was like, okay, but I'm not like climbing the ladder. Yeah, maybe I might get valuable, a little more valuable throughout my career here up until I'm done playing. But I'm not owning anything. Like I'm just I get the cash, I do the, appearances or photo shoots or whatever. And that's great. And that works sometimes. And, there's some sort of transactional services like that, some really authentic relationships that come of that. But for me, I was like, I want to look at having ownership in some of these companies. Like, if I'm going to do all this work, I actually want to promote them more if I have some skin in the game.
Yeah.
So I started looking at a couple of my endorsement deals in that way. And I was like, okay, I'll take less cash. Like, initially I was like, well, I still want cash because, that's obviously
Definitely.
makes the world go round right now. So I'm like, all right, I'll do a little bit of cash, a little bit of equity for services. And then as I kind of grew a little more comfortable, I'm like, all right, like I have a good understanding of all this. I'll just take a big chance on this brand, on this company, on myself. And, I'm going to do no cash, but all equity and like really bet on this brand. And I feel like just having that skin in the game just makes the biggest difference. And so that's how I feel like I structure most of my deals nowadays, especially with more startup companies. I mean, you're not gonna get that with the powerhouses.
No.
But,
Sometimes that's where you just take the cash.
yeah. I'll just take that check.
It's fine.
So I think it's just like the mindset of thinking about it differently. And I think just building together also really helped with that as well, because I always thought of, okay, this amount of hours I'm going to have to put into doing something, and this is what I'm going to get in return. But having that like sweat equity and then building together, like it changed. Like I was doing meetings left and right. I was building this thing. We were figuring out the name, the logo, how we, really what we wanted to build. And it's like all of these countless meetings that you're like, okay, I'm not counting hours anymore because I'm really invested in something. And I know it's the more I put into it, the more I'm going to get out of it.
Yeah, you're in it. Yeah, I mean, to your point about what you've been building, Unrivaled, which is a 3-on-3 women's sports league. Full disclosure, everybody, I am an investor. I'm obviously following Alex. All good investments. Tribe is the fund that you and Servando run together. I want to hear about that. Obviously, Together, Sue, you're one of the founders in Together. Talk to us a little bit about all these things you've been building, girl.
Yes, I'm so excited about Unrivaled and so thrilled that you are part of it with us.
Can't wait. I was like, I'm waiting for me to be signed up.
I'm like, when's our
play.
trip to Miami, guys?
Yeah.
Should we just
I cannot wait. We're going to the opening game together.
Yeah. Owners Box in
there.
Miami. Okay, we're in.
For sure. So, I mean, hopefully most people know by now, but if not, Unrivaled is the new 3v3 league that is played in the off season. So WNBA players don't have to go abroad. So you could talk about this more, I'm sure, than I can. But yeah, so we got a chunk of the allocation from the round that they were raising, that Unrivaled was raising, to get funding for this league. And we got a chunk of that, and we're so happy we brought you in, P. We brought in a lot of other athletes as well, and some other, big names in the VC world. And that is all brought under Tribe, which is our family office, Tribe Ventures. And on the side of that, we also have our first fund. We're actually finishing the fundraising part of it and starting to actually deploy capital, which is really exciting.
Cool.
And so me and Servando are just doing this in real time, figuring it out, really enjoy working with him on this. And now that I'm retired, people are like, what are you going to do? I'm like, what do you mean? I've been like,
I've been doing it.
Yeah, I've been doing it.
I have standing meetings Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, what's it like working with Servando? Like, we obviously have our couple relationship, business relationship, so we navigate that. What's that like for you guys?
It's awesome. We, just like learning kind of the way that he works and the way that I work is like, he's like always very early. I'm like, I'm fine if I like pop into the office 2 minutes before, like we're good to go. And he's like, no, 10 minutes before, like the camera needs to be perfect. Like we have to have our notes, like blah. But
I'm laughing because
so
that's
great.
me.
Yeah, this is.
I am Servando. Okay, yeah.
I'm like,
me and Servando need to get a drink.
Me and
then.
Nikki.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, but it's really fun. I think it's really special. And some of the just some people that we work with in the VC world and some just successful mentors that we have. They have really great relationships, like working relationships with their partner. And so I think just looking at that and seeing how me and Servando can, make it work just as well as possible. We do share an office. I think we might be moving to, I think I need my own space though.
Fair.
So
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It is like our worlds, because people ask us this all the time. They're like, oh my God, you guys work together. Like, how does that even work? But it's like our worlds are just so different. Like, it's not like you're going to, it's not like he's working 9 to 5 or you're working 9 to 5. Like, you're used to it anyways. You're used to working around a lot of people. Like, we're used to spending a lot of time together, especially in the off season. I'm sure you guys too. Like, if you're not like traveling and playing soccer, you're probably just like there with him, or you guys are like going places together. We find it really like fun and enjoyable. It's hard. Things get brought up in couples therapy all the time, but it's like, it's also really enjoyable because you're getting to do something that you love with the person that you love. And it's like a cool little crossover.
Yeah. I just want to like put this out there. The only reason why I'm not invested in Unrivaled, because I do believe in it, is because I'm already part of WNBA ownership. So there was like a conflict there. So I just want that to be known to you two
it's okay.
and to
We
the
got
public.
you. I mean, luckily, Pino is, and
Right.
Yeah.
But I actually bring that up because I'm curious if you have any soccer, it could be any sport, but really soccer. Do you have any ambitions of ownership? NWSL, could be on the men's side, whatever it is.
Yes, we have been introduced to many, many opportunities that we are looking at in real time. Right now, I say me and Servando, because everything we do together. And there is, definitely interest. I think there will be more to be able to share and have excitement about in the coming months. But it is all happening fast.
Alex Morgan, the takeover.
Oh, it feels like it's already being papered and she can't say a lot. She's buying the NWSL, everybody.
We know that answer. We know that answer. We're familiar with that answer.
She's buying women's
You're
soccer,
saying
period.
something without saying anything.
Support for A Touch More comes from L'Oreal Paris, who are proudly presenting their 2024 Women of Worth honorees. Every year since 2005, L'Oreal Paris has launched a nationwide search for 10 extraordinary nonprofit leaders to be named Women of Worth honorees. And this year's class is full of inspiring and diverse women from different backgrounds, different generations, different parts of the country, but they're all united by their exceptional drive to address our nation's most pressing issues. Like Rania Zuri, who at age 13 founded the Literary Society, an entirely youth-led nonprofit aiming to end book deserts for disadvantaged preschool children. Or Wawa Gatheru, whose Black Girl Environmentalist organization is empowering young Black women and gender-expansive people to realize their full potential in climate leadership. Each of these Women of Worth honorees receive a $25,000 grant to support their charity, mentorship from L'Oreal Paris Network, and the national platform to tell their stories. Also, they get a shout out from us right now. It's time to celebrate these extraordinary women and inspire the next generation of female leaders, because they're worth it. Learn more about this year's recipients at womenofworth.com.
I just wanted to ask you both, obviously just recently going through retirement and kind of going back to that, like, I would love to hear, like, on the business side, you guys have clearly found an incredible path. A Touch More has been so successful, the podcast, the production company, and just working together and making a name for yourselves, like, outside of the field and the court. So how do you guys manage it? I don't know, on your daily, like Monday through Friday, how's it looking like? Do you have scheduled meetings? Like, I don't know. I need to figure my life out.
I would definitely recommend like setting up a little bit of structure. You already obviously have so much going on in your business, but like, these are kind of like my working hours, or like these are the days that I want off, or like I don't work on weekends, or I'm fine like doing whatever.
I think the biggest thing, especially because you're working with your husband, is this all like interacts and overlaps. Your personal life, your business life, your relationship, your parents, it's all happening simultaneously. I think at times we're working on this, whether it's, okay, come 6 o'clock every day, no business. We don't talk about that anymore for the good of your relationship. Like finding times where you're shutting certain parts off so you can just focus on being a human being, right? Maybe it's going to dinner with friends or making sure you have social time. Because at times, I know we could be out to dinner with friends and somehow women's sports will come up and we'll start to talk about it. It's like, okay.
Somehow.
We need a
I
break.
don't know how.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Not me.
Because I brought it up.
Not
yeah.
me.
Yeah. Not you. Yeah. Not Sue bringing
Not
it up.
me. I bring it up all the time.
Not Sue bringing up the WNBA.
Every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, finding time for that I think is really important. And then what Megan touched on with the structure. Although you have, I wonder if it'll be interesting because you have, because of Charlie, and then of course your new baby, you kind of have structure in a sense. I would imagine
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I already have to plan her schedule, so I know like the working hours that I do have, but just kind of planning, my week out. I'm like, ooh, like, I don't know. I guess I should start doing like weekly meetings with my team and figure,
That's what we did. We added that.
We added a weekly.
Yeah, we added a weekly.
It's actually great. I find it to be really helpful. I find it to be easier because it's like we have a lot going on, as you do, and we want to have a lot going on. Like we like to be busy. We like to be active. We're like really enjoying growing our business and getting into different things. And it's really helpful to kind of like keep that cadence. And then I think just like be really curious about a lot of stuff. You're going to have like so much more time, even just like time in your own brain to think about things or to take different meetings or to like go places and meet people. And I think just like being really curious. I mean, we're obviously lucky to be who we are in the world. And so there's a lot of doors opened up and opportunities. And yeah, just like take it. I also just like say no to working out all the time. Sometimes I'll like low key kind of want to, or I'll have something scheduled. And then I get to the second where I need to leave and I'm like, I don't want to. And oh my God, I don't have to.
Yeah,
I can just
I know,
say
like,
no.
What's
hard.
like the easiest workout? Like I'm trying to figure out like what's the best bang for my buck, but I like don't want to like
Mega
I don't want to
former.
kill myself.
Pilates.
Pilates and
Okay,
Mega
I
Former
have
Pilates.
okay,
It's like
tomorrow
two different kinds.
Tomorrow, me and Servando are going for the first time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You'll love it.
You'll definitely, the other thing, this, by the way, I just want to acknowledge, it's taken me probably up until now, so 2 years to really, for this to like really hit. You don't have to kill yourself for it to count.
Kill yourself, yeah.
Like,
Totally.
like
I don't
it can
want
be,
to.
okay, good.
At
Yeah.
all. Like
Well,
Servando goes on runs and he actually kills himself.
Well,
he
I
does
mean,
like
he's an Iron Man.
sub-6
I'm like,
Yeah, I know. He does like sub 6 miles, and I'm like, I kind of want it to be a 9.5 minute mile. I don't know.
No, I did
good,
this.
lean into that.
I like for whatever reason, because we were busy and the summer was busy and I just didn't feel like it. I really haven't run in like 2 months just because. And we went to this
Your
SLT
athlete
tread.
brain kicked in,
We went to
man.
this SLT tread class, which is like 25 minutes of intervals on the treadmill and then like 25 minutes of Pilates on the Megaformer thing. I literally went into the place and was bragging to the receptionist about how I'm like, I love doing intervals. I'm going to body everybody in here. I cooked myself in 4 minutes.
Literally.
I had to jump off the treadmill probably 12 times. It was like inclines and like higher intensity. And I'm like trying to run at 10. I haven't run in months. And I'm just like,
couldn't believe it.
It was the biggest self-own. Like, I'm just like, nobody likes a bragger.
I was at like 8.5
I
doing
know
my
you
thing.
what is it called when you like over promise, under deliver?
That's
You were one
exactly
of
what
those.
happened. I had to walk out to the receptionist and be like, it went really bad. It's pretty bad. I got owned by myself.
You did. The woodway got you.
Oh man. And it was on a woodway, those are harder. But yeah. Also just like enjoy. It's just such an incredible career. You really like did it all. You won it all. You did all the things. Like you're multiple champion, like world champ, all the things. So it's kind of like, you're like, I did my part, guys. I'm resting easy.
Yeah.
That's me at least.
Retirement's nice.
It's awesome.
There's some ups and downs.
Yeah.
There's identity things, but
Yeah.
the fact that you set yourself up, especially in this business, this business world, it's going to make the transition that much easier. I can't imagine if there was nothing, right, for us. Imagine we had nothing to look forward to after retirement. That would be tough. But listen, we've had Candace Parker on the show who just retired. Us three have retired in the last couple of years. This is a pretty good retirement class, guys.
It's awesome.
I think we're fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to do a party or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. One big retirement party.
Well, wait until like April, okay?
Yeah, no, we got you.
No,
We got you.
that's all right. It's going to take that long to plan what we need to
Baby
be planned.
strapped to the chest.
Yeah. Literally just like sleeping. Okay, we have some funnies.
Yeah, we said some two games.
Some lighters.
They're not really
Okay.
games.
Yeah.
One of
funnies.
them is in the rapid fire world, but they're not really like crazy rapid fire. It's all soccer based, just getting some of your faves. So maybe it's like rapid fire, the favorite edition.
Yeah, rapid fire.
Okay, what is your favorite goal that you scored for yourself? What's your favorite goal?
Probably the tea sipping goal.
It's a good one.
It's just iconic.
Okay,
It's
what
iconic.
is one of your favorite goals that a teammate scored? Don't count Megan.
Or do. I mean, whatever. Don't take me out of it. It doesn't have to be me, but if it is.
Feel the pressure.
Okay,
no, it doesn't have to be
it
Megan.
includes Megan. She didn't score the goal, but includes Megan. It's in 2011 when Abby scored from Pino's assist against Brazil in extra time. Like it was like a 50-yard assist, and it was a beautiful goal. Yeah,
Crazy.
I didn't even know I could kick it that far with my left foot.
you tried your
Those
hardest.
limbs.
That replay, you were like,
I was just literally like bearing down. Can't even see my butt. It got sucked up into my body.
and it was a lefty
to get the strength to push it over.
You needed everything.
I needed everything. Literally.
Oh my God. Okay. What is your favorite atmosphere that you've played in?
I don't know. They're all so good. Wembley's pretty iconic. So,
Wembley's dope.
Yeah. Winning gold medal in a sold out Wembley was dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
ridiculous.
I'm so mad I didn't get there.
Beating France 2019 at Parc de France in Paris.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That
You
was
guys
so
have good
sick because
ones.
it was like we literally shut the crowd up for a good amount of time. And it was like went from this like crazy chaos, like nonstop chanting to like silence. And we were just like, yeah, we got this game.
It's like if anxiety was a silent sound, that's what was going on
They
in the
couldn't
state.
believe
They
it was
were
happening.
like, we know it's happening. They're going to beat us again.
No
That
better
was
feeling.
top 5.
Yeah, no better feeling than shutting up in
so
a away
good.
crowd.
So good.
Okay, which game in your career were you most nervous for?
Oh, I had butterflies in my stomach every game, especially the big ones. Let's see.
Well, we couldn't tell. Those were butterflies. I was like, this bitch is on it.
I know. I don't know. I had a stoic face, but inside I was like, I'm about to.
She was
poop the
activating.
pants.
I'm about to poop.
I don't know. Honestly,
like a big game.
Well, unfortunately, I hate to bring up the World Cup that we didn't play so well in 23, but the game against Sweden, it was like, we don't play well against Sweden in big tournaments. Like,
Ever.
I don't
Never
know
have.
if this is going to end well. Like, I am really nervous right now.
Yeah, no.
And it didn't end well. So.
It didn't end well. It was bad.
That's a great answer, though. Those
Good
are
one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, and last but not least, question 5, and this is for both of you. I'm bringing Megan into this one. Do you have a favorite moment with Megan with Alex? It can be on the field, it can be off the field, just a memory or a moment that comes to mind when you think of each other.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll say one that comes to mind, and I mean, there's so many, like
So many.
like ticker tape parade, like literally winning, like everything. But one thing that I know is just that photo of you doing your celebration, and I'm kind of like jumping on your back. The amount of people that have tried to recreate that photo. And it's just, I mean, it was just the most
Perfect.
amazing moment. Yeah. So,
Perfect.
Yeah.
I know. I feel I obviously knew we were going to ask you this, so I was like going back through all, and it's just like, it's like playing on the left and you being left-footed, and like the in to out run is just like, there's so many moments. I feel like we only didn't play with each other like a couple of years, maybe, like not really. One of my favorite all-time moments, and this was, I suppose, a big foreshadow to what we would eventually do together, was 2011, long assist to you. You scored a goal in the second half. Great goal. You like bodied a Japanese player off and like banged it low like you always did into the corner. That was one of my like all-time favorite moments because I was like, we're fucking here. And both of us like weren't really starting a lot during that tournament.
Yeah.
Arguably, we should have been. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah,
But,
that was
like,
a little crazy.
Yeah.
Well, not for me. For you, that was crazy.
Yeah, when I got benched 2 days before the first
I
game.
think it was one day before. It was like, yeah, that was
inexplicably.
wild.
I know. But then I like got benched for Cheney and I was like, Well, she's really good.
Do you remember when, like, how that all went down? Pia was like interviewed on TV. We were watching TV together. Like, you and Cheney were sitting next to each other, and Pia's like, "This is our lineup for tomorrow." Like, what? And all of a sudden, Cheney.
That's how it happened.
Like,
You left this
Oh
part
my
out.
That's how
God,
it
I blacked it
happened.
out. Probably blacked it out because it was traumatic. That
That's
is
how
how
it
it
happened.
happened.
The whole lead up, Pino was in the lineup, like
was like-
like training, whatever. You have your starting group and you have your B team, like it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. Day before, Pia like announces the starting lineup to like ESPN or Fox or whatever.
Yeah, ESPN.
And you guys are sitting next to each other, and we're all just like
Tough.
Literally
no one
pin
knew what to
drops.
say, what
I was
to
like,
do.
really, bitch,
Yeah.
I've been starting for 2 years, but okay. No worries.
Sometimes
I'll
you
make
need
my
that.
time count. And then it's not really one moment. I feel like one of our main jobs during Equal Pay was to get on TV together and talk about it. And we had so many like endless early ass mornings. One was in
Like
Paris.
people don't understand. Like literally 2:30 a.m. Like getting hair and makeup show.
Yeah, we're doing like live hits from the West Coast to the East Coast. We're doing the Today Show. We're doing shit from Paris when we had a photo shoot for Nike. Like those moments where we were just like, all right, B, let's lock in and dominate them.
Yeah,
And we did.
We did a 1-2 punch.
Literally. It
Yeah,
was
hit 'em
so
with a
good.
two-piece.
Oh,
You
they
guys were great when you were doing all that. Media,
Please, they
though.
were absolutely.
Those are heavy questions too. This wasn't like
They're no match for me and Alex in the media. I'm sorry. Who is?
We were a good
Hit 'em
pair.
with a two.
We
were
were
a good pair.
we were a great pair. Okay, we also play a game. Normally Sue does it, and she's oftentimes ruthless. We play bench, start, cut. I thought about doing Servando Charlie and the baby that's coming, but it just feels like too much.
I don't know the baby. That would be too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll wait-
that
we'll
would-
wait till
yeah,
they're born.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just not going to do that one. We're not going to start a family riff. But I'm going to do your other babies, the celebrations. Gymnastics, 2012 World, Olympics. Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Snow Angel in the snow, Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Teacup.
That was my first cap.
Yeah, and your first cap. And teacup. Those three.
Okay, so what is it? Start, bench, cut.
Start, bench, cut. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start the teacup because that started a riot with the British.
So
the British.
good. The British are not coming.
The British. Okay, and I'm going to. Well, you know, even though I do love the Snow Angels, it was actually like my first cap, and it was the worst game ever because it was my first and only game in the snow. We're gonna cut it. I'm sorry, we're
Terrible.
gonna cut that.
We got to get her out of there. It's too cold.
We're gonna bench the gymnastics, even though we were like D- for our cartwheels. It was fun, you know.
It was so
Giving
cute and
props
so fun.
to other women, so love that.
Yeah. You were always the mastermind and the driver on the team.
Like group celebrations?
Yeah, team group celebrations. Honestly, all celebrations. You always had shit in your
Okay,
bag.
coming
Yeah, tell
from the
us how-
Sally Queen.
No, I
please.
know, but I didn't.
Talk about this, you two. So this is totally foreign for my sport. So how much are you actually thinking about these celebrations versus the
Ask
spontaneity? of
Pino.
it?
She's a Sally Queen.
I mean,
Like, are
a
you
little-
talking about
no,
it?
we would definitely
You
talk
would talk
about
about
it.
We
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about it like in the locker room or the
Oh,
bus
yeah.
before. Like,
Yeah.
what are we? Yeah.
We
Oh my
didn't
God,
talk
I
a
love
lot
that.
about talking about it because people were like, that's arrogant. And I'm like,
No,
no,
no.
we do expect
It's
to
called
score goals. And
preparation.
when we do.
You talk about your formations, the same thing. You got to
Yeah,
prepare.
I agree. The teacup one, had you been thinking about that before? Where did that totally come from? I don't even know if I've asked you.
That I was getting on the bus to go to the game with the team, and there was like a camera, of course, in our face as we got on the bus, and I was drinking my coffee, and I kind of just like did my pinky, and then I don't know, I was kind of like, ooh, that could be an interesting one. Like, I kind of like it, and we're playing England. Like, this is weird, but I love it. So.
Troll.
So and then it literally just happened authentically. Like some things just happen.
Totally. I thought it was the most iconic in-game troll of an opponent of all time. Like beating them at their
People still hate me for it, and it's
beating
so
them
funny.
at their own game with their own drink by you with the pinky as an ultimate fuck you, because they were talking shit. before that game.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
We probably were too, but they definitely
Well, remember
were.
something about, no, they were talking shit because Molly, our team admin, went to like their hotel because if they won, they got to stay there. But if we won, we moved from our hotel to theirs. So she went to like check in on the hotel, like basically not under the assumption we were going to win, but like if we win, we have to cover our bases and we have to like check out the hotel and make sure everything's good. And they're like, oh, you already think you're going to win and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, well, kinda.
Answer is yes. Final answer.
Honestly, to bring it back to retirement, you know what the best part about retirement is? These conversations. You get to talk all the shit. Because I'm like, I fucking won. I'm going to talk shit about it now. When you're playing, you know, you talk a little shit, but then you like have to bring it back around. Like, oh, congratulations to the opponent. Credit to them. Now, you get to just talk the shit. It's probably the best part of retirement.
It's the best. Alex, we will let you go. You've been so generous with your time. Thank you so much. Congratulations to you and Servando and Charlie for adding a child into your family. So exciting. We can't wait to meet them whenever they come. Congratulations on one of, if not the best careers we have ever seen, world-changing, title-winning. Thank you for everything that you did off the field, whether you were out front or behind the scenes, but just like using your platform and using your influence in the way that you did has touched like every corner of women's sports and made everything better. So just thank you so much.
I echo what Megan just said. Thank you so much. For me personally, thank you for all you've done for women's sports, but thank you for bringing me into Together. It's been such a fun journey. I'm so happy to be on that journey with you, and it's going to be fun in retirement now. So thank you.
Well, I cannot wait to celebrate with you both. And I love this journey that we're all on, you know, carving our own paths, but also doing it a little bit together as well. And you guys are just crushing it. I'm so happy to be included in this podcast. And honestly, you guys have had so many great things to say about me this week and last week. So thank you so much. I
love you.
Your check will come later in the mail. I love you guys.
Miami, April, drinks, baby strapped to chest. Lock it in. It's in my calendar. Alex Morgan, everybody.
Well, that was incredible. That was
We could have stayed for like 3 hours.
literally.
Yeah.
We did. We stayed like another 5-10. Like, oh, we got to go now?
Yeah, I know. We were just yakking.
What an
Alex,
incredible
thank you again.
career. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Incredible career. So fun to have that conversation and celebrate her.
It's so like, I mean, I say we could have talked for 3 hours. We like, there's so much we didn't get to, and the more you talk about, the more you just. I mean, Alex and I played together for like 13 or 14 years or something, on the field, off the field, been through literally everything. I kind of already said that, but yeah,
it's cool.
she has a bright future.
You know, you brought up nicknames and how, you know, that is the locker room is the one place that you can kind of just, you know, take the armor off, be yourself, weird out a little bit, you know, fly that flag, however you want to frame it. But you brought up nicknames. A lot of people call you P. Do you like P?
I love P.
You love P? Is that like almost as if someone knew you from childhood? Like when people call me Susie, I'm like, oh, you're an OG. You know me like 5 and lower.
I mean, until Megan the Stallion, I was always just kind of like, really,
You don't
Mom
like
and Dad?
Meg.
Megan? I mean, I'm thankful you didn't put any other E's or H's or A's or G's in there, because that would be weird. But it's just, I never really resonated with it. And it's also this name that was my older brother's nickname, Pino. So obviously our last names were Pino. So his nickname was Pino. And so that kind of got like a little bit inherited. And it's just like, yeah, especially P. There's like certain people in the world and in the world of soccer that call me P. That's just like, it just cuts to like
History.
Yeah, but just like the heart of who I am. I just feel like it just, I don't know. It's like, there's so much that it means. And it's like such a, I think it was also like outside of my family. I have such a big family and I'm a twin. And it was just like, it was mine. And it just like resonated so much. And then it's funny because like P, penis, peens. I have a small head. I have a pea head.
I wasn't going to say it, but I was thinking.
I had a tiny head, and it's just funny. And, you know, if you put a swim cap on it, It does kind of look like Venus. And it's just
Not
funny.
far
And
off.
there's all
You're not
kinds
far
of
off.
like little inside jokes, but it's just like this thing where like there's a specialness to it. I've noticed it a lot since I've retired is that everyone just calls me Megan now, except the people that don't. And then it's like, oh, we had some friends over last night. There's one of them who just calls me P and Peens. And it's always just warms my little heart right up. Again, thank you, Alex, for coming on. Incredible interview. We want to leave you with a touch more. This week, it made me think because of the interview with Alex and just how much she has done and, you know, our generation of players has done in CBA negotiations, both for the national team and for the NWSL, player health and safety, pushing business forward, like pushing narratives forward. I really thought of the statements that Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, made this week that, you know, sort of got immediate backlash of not immediately condemning the racism and misogyny from fans in the comments and all of that. Terry Jackson, the executive director for the WNBPA, the Players Union, NECA, obviously, Madam President, just immediately came out like, that's not acceptable. This is exactly who we are. They were like, so just like confident and this is how it is and like full-bodied in what they were saying. There was such a sense of empowerment and strength and like we know exactly who we are. I've seen it in the NWSL. You're seeing it, you know, in international soccer and abroad and sports in general. But I'm like, it's just so amazing how women are really like not only finding their voice, but like finding their organizing and finding a way to craft the narrative. And it's almost just like they got it. You know, like we've done so much work over all these years. And I feel like this is a moment where it's really like coming to light and you're seeing all these records being broken and attendance and like the leagues are up and everything's exciting. And it's like that is so much on the backs of all of these players who have done this for so long. So I just wanted to give that a shout out and always continuing to educate and bring people along and call people in and not always call them out and just like bring it along. But if you need
You
to
got
get,
to do what you got to do
if
sometimes.
you need to get snatched up, you're going to get snatched up.
Players
And-
have definitely found their collective voice, I think.
Oof.
Just
Yeah.
the power in that. So I personally always feel a sense of pride when I see leagues, players, groups of players, whatever it is, come together and find a way because, as you said, they are changing narratives. They are pushing the game forward. They are the reason that I think both of our leagues, WNBA, NWSL, as well as other women's sports, their leagues, why they are able to build and they're getting investment. And another thing I want to talk about before we go, a little touch more, is, you know, shouting out your investment into Unrivaled. That is, you know, that is a way of putting your money where your mouth is. It's also a way to like live a little bit in the past. And really share with the people your experiences as a former 3-on-3 basketball champion. So in light of that, we needed to celebrate you.
Was Denise Rapinoe involved in this?
I don't know. Where should I? This way?
What is that?
You know what? That's a great question. What is that? Would you like to get? Do you need
I
hands on
I
it?
need to see. Is this AI? Is this a deep fake? Is it real? Is that a Washington Wizards jersey?
Yeah, that's a Michael Jordan jersey.
Okay,
so
I was famously.
I don't think that's you
obsessed.
though.
No, I was, but I think I have a 23 on too. Well, we're twins.
You're
We
both
I'm
20.
like, cool, mom, we're matching.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
Oh my God, are they both Jordan jerseys?
What's
They
this
are.
for? Because we're
both-
the headband.
They're both Jordan. Oh, I had.
Headbands, you guys. It's bad.
I don't know. Why do you have a long sleeve on? Was it cold that day? And
Feels like it.
pants?
I feel like we have pants on.
Are you
Are
in-
we fundraising?
Are you in the front of the Breaking Bad house?
Are we doing a skit?
I don't know. Are you playing defense and she's rebounding? Is it a hook shot? What's happening?
We definitely both have braces. I can even tell that through this.
yeah. The braces are coming through.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's bad.
No,
I
it's
feel
not
like
bad.
what
They're all bad. It's bad.
it's bad.
No,
I
it's not
feel
bad.
like my glow up is like it's like is the glow up so good or did we just start so low? I think
$1 million question.
we started low.
Which, you know, it's both
Well,
a
you know
nod
what?
to the
This will be going up for auction
bring
soon.
it to Miami. We'll take it to Unrivaled.
I signed it for a lucky winner.
When you see this on eBay,
We'll send it to you. My mom will be bidding.
That's amazing. All right, well, that's it for this
LOL.
week's episode. Just want to remind everybody to register to vote. We will see you next week.
Thanks to L'Oreal Paris for their support. We've long heard because you're worth it. But it can be hard to really take those words in and believe in yourself. L'Oreal knows that every woman's journey to discovering their own self-worth is unique, and they want to be there for every step of the way. Whether it's as simple as making you feel beautiful when you take on your day, or as impactful as giving financial support to an inspiring woman's vision to help a community, L'Oreal is there. When you embrace your worth, you can change the world. No matter the generation, no matter the obstacles. Learn more at l'orealparis.com.